mawena.
Te waka.
Ki te takotorangai, takotoai, te waka. Toia mai.
Te waka.
Umelu mai.
Te waka.
Ki te urunga.
Te waka.
Ki te mawena.
Te waka.
Te takotoranga, takotoia, te waka. Toia mai.
Te waka.
Umelu mai.
Te waka.
Ki te urunga.
Te waka.
Ramai. No mai haramai ki te Way of the Warrior workshop, Tahi. Just before we kick off, I'm just going to say a little prayer on behalf of us all for our learning and our highest learning. So just get you all to close your eyes for a moment. Tēnā koe io, nā mea atua, nā mea tipuna. Tēnā koe papatōnaku, tēnā koe ranginui. No mai haramai ki te io, no mai haramai, hoki mai. No mai haramai ki te tupuna, hoki mai. Alright, so we're going to kick off with just some introductions. So basically our presenters or our facilitators and our chefs and are going to speak with you first. We're just going to give you a little rundown on who we are, what we bring to this, and then we're going to go around the room and each of you are going to have a little bit of time to just say a few words on who you are, what you're doing here. Kia ora whānau, welcome to each and every one of you for being here today. Glad you all made it safely. My name is Dion and I'm here as a facilitator to help facilitate more of the healing side of things and bring about some Māoritanga as well. So these are, Māori customs or traditions. So this is to welcome you all here, to let you feel safe. For those who are from Aotearoa, welcome to this area. So kia ora, no mai haramai, welcome. And we're going to pass it on to
Well, I got the stick, we'll get the stick. Right now, this is the talking stick. This will give you magical power. For all my friends, great to see us all. Have a personal relationship with a lot of you, and it's amazing to do it. For anyone I don't know, my name is Patrick. I'm one of the facilitators and co-creator of The Way of the Warrior. I will be teaching the jiu-jitsu and the martial arts side of things. Also, as a facilitator, I'm offering my services to use fully. I'm completely at your beck and call this weekend. If you need anything off me, whether it's a talk, a walk, if you want to do some sparring, if you want to learn some drills, just ask and I'll be there. Pretty much the reason why we're here, essentially because we're all on our own journey, right? The Way of the Warrior is essentially a way of life that you don't necessarily need to fight to be a warrior. You just have to have courage within yourself to be yourself, and that's why we're here. We all know the reality we're living in, which is absolute shite. Our leaders aren't leaders, politicians aren't real, and the people leading the charge are fake, and it's all farce essentially. Mental health is fucked, okay? People's health is fucked, and people are living lives that they don't like, okay? They're in structures like they're working environments where the leaders aren't the true leaders. They probably got to where they are by licking ass or selling people out. Use all the crack. So essentially, this is a space truly just to be yourself. That's why we've done this. All right. This weekend is about being yourself, expressing who you are, and it's basically a positive masculine energy to make a brotherhood, to express who you are, to have fun, and no judgment whatsoever. Okay. I'll advise us all as men here today to listen to every fucking word that every man has to say here today. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, we all have something to give to each other, something to add to this workshop. And to be honest, I'm just fucking delighted that this is coming to fruition because it's the real deal and it's fun, man. Alright, so boys, I love you all. I'm excited for the weekend. Peace and fucking love.
born back in England, been out in New Zealand for the last 15 years now. I'm going to be cooking for you guys for the next couple of days. Thank you very much for all the food you brought. We've got enough to feed a couple of hundred, so we should be quite sweet for the next couple of days. Any allergies, come see me. I'll make sure we can sort you out and make things good and easy.
Hi guys, I'm Sean. 35 years of age, a plumber from Queenstown, and I've been doing the inner work for the last few years, looking deep within. I'm very grateful to be here with fellow men that are going to be doing the inner work, and together we're going to go on a beautiful journey. Over this weekend I'll be tending to the Blank Canvas, which is a beautiful creative space that you can bring any music, poems, songs or anything that you have to bring to the table. Every man has something to give, whether you know it or not, and it's a beautiful opportunity. I will also be tending to the powerful sharing circle in the sauna, which is a beautiful place for us also to express ourselves in a safe place, with no judgment and love. Just want to say,
Tēnā koutou, katoa, hello everybody. My name is Carl, Carl Yama. I'm here this weekend to help facilitate and be part of the Way of the Warrior group. I'm ready to learn off everybody, and I'm here to facilitate some breath work and do a bit of a yoga class, and yeah, just here to learn, grow and share.
Hi lads, okay. My name's Dave. I'm from Birmingham, UK. I've been here for about 2 years now. Yeah. I'm going to be helping Ed in the kitchen. So it's a learning curve for me to be in there as well. And I think the whole weekend's going to be pretty good. Really excited to be here, meet new friends, and learn new things, I think.
Hello, I'm Richie. Most people call me Richie Hardcore, that's my ring name, not my porn name. It's my running joke. Because I started martial arts 27 years ago when I was a scared, insecure little lad at 13. My dad took me up to the local hall and said, "I'm not doing a very good job as a dad, can you help out my boy?" And I'm really grateful to my dad for that. Because fighting saved my life. Like I imagine it's had a positive impact on lots of your lives, and gave me a positive place to put all my hurt and all my anguish and insecurity to something constructive, not destructive. I grew up with Dion and seen a lot of my friends kill themselves or join gangs or get into drugs, and Thai boxing amongst other things steered me away from all of that and gave me a platform to come to be kind of vaguely peaceful with myself sometimes. So Dion invited me up to share some Muay Thai with you. When I was a boy I was right at scrapping. I won a bunch of New Zealand titles and South Pacific titles, and went on to coach guys like Brad Riddell and Slava Lichicek and some of our top strikers, and hopefully I can share some of that with you. Hopefully I can learn from you guys. Not just jiu-jitsu, because when I'm on the ground I feel like I'm drowning, but I can learn from you as people, and we can have some honest conversations about manhood and masculinity and why so many of us struggle, and with our struggle hurt the people around us, and maybe we can find some answers.
Around now.
I'm Matt.
I think it's for most of us just struggling with what we should be doing, what makes us feel right. And especially this year in particular, for me, I've been really struggling with myself. And it's been like the harder I work on it, the harder it got, and the further away I got from it. So when I heard about the course, I was like, that's it. And I just heard it before, that there's a lot of talk about the stuff, and it just doesn't, we all know that we can talk to someone, but it doesn't really happen. And so I think these 3 days are going to be a pillar and hopefully something for the future. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I hope one of you lads can sneak some sense into me over here.
Tato, 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 okay, so when you're ready, te aroha, te whakapono, me te anari e tato, tato, te aroha, te whakapono, me te anari e tato, tato.
What is it we're doing here today then?
Oh, we've just kind of come across what we got, so we're going to smash up a bit of a vegan stew / going down the curry road a little bit, but not too spicy. And then seeing everyone's brought so many vegetables and salad bits, we'll do a couple of different salads, some slaws. Yeah, just kind of going along with it at the moment, seeing it's a bit of a pick and mix of what we've got. Definitely be a bit more planned out over the next couple of days.
Teacher in front of me.
Okay,
No, I've always wanted to be kind of in the kitchen. As I say, I'm not a builder now, but I think we're trying to find something new, something different. And so I've always wanted to try it and just give it a go. Gonna make a nice fruit salad as we talk now, as you can see. I think I just like creating stuff. I think it's just, like Ed said, you just get loads of stuff and you've got to make something. I'm the kind of guy that kind of just pinch it this, pinch it that, and just see what happens, see if it works well. But I don't know, I think it's one of those things that just like creating stuff. Just different things.
It's like live artwork.
Yeah, and it's just something.
You can breathe it, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can see it.
Then you obviously, as soon as someone tastes it, someone goes, oh, I don't like that, I'm never going to do it again. You know,
Well, they said variety is the spice of life, so
yeah.
never ending. And let's be honest, it is the path to most people's hearts, isn't it?
Oh, the happiness you see in people's faces when cooking sometimes.
Yeah, that's the thing, it's kind of seeing people's faces as they try it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put John in the
Cut it through, like, how you doing it? Right over the gut, and then you're releasing it through your right hand. Last one?
No, unfortunately not. I didn't have quick enough fingers.
No.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Go.
Pressure.
Yeah, boy. It's as great as it gets, and they're great guidance. And the Palo Santo, I first came across this. I lived in the jungle for 3 months, working with the plant medicines, and this basically protects you. It's as simple as that. Alright, so negative energies can attach to you, other people's energies can attach to you. This is a way of protecting yourself. Alright, literally. Okay, and when you smudge yourself with this or sage, it takes away bad energy or negative energies. So if you're ever feeling bad, you smudge your head, you smudge your yolk, and you're basically clean. Alright, so it's fucking real. So keep yourself if you want to use it, but I'm going to smudge this today, and it's going to be great. I'm going to smudge myself, and then happy days. Hello, Black. How you doing?
Carl,
Patrick, nice to meet you.
well, I'm Carl Takiwana, and I work in the mines. Well, for another 4 weeks, I gave up the job because I'm sick of it. Yeah, I'm on a spiritual path at the moment, so I'm seeking knowledge of myself, and I felt this place was a good place to come to find more. So,
Hi, my name's Tim. I'm 46 and I'm a GP, and I work in Queenstown, and I've been welcomed to this weekend through Dion, and I've met some fantastic people, and I think, to be honest, it's been inspiring for a number of reasons. I think there's been a real limitation in the work that I do as a GP when it comes to how to address mental health issues, and I think there's a very limited set of options. So giving patients and people medication or going to see a psychotherapist are pretty much the ways that Western medicine sort of address the issues. And what a weekend like this really brings into focus is the other ways and the other range of techniques and skills that are essential, and there's two parts to that I think this weekend has demonstrated really well. One is community, and that's very much to do with a group of people that have been on the retreat. So 30 lads have all shared really vulnerable parts of themselves and have been incredibly brave. And everyone's realised they're in the same boat, and that's something you don't get to see too much in my line of work, because it's one-on-one. There's so much stigma, no one wants to admit stuff. So when you get a group of people who actually say, well, actually I'm in the same boat as you, and then other people hear that, that's really powerful. And over the last few days it's been incredible how much trust has built up within the group, and how people have been able to open up and have felt so much better for it and stronger. So yeah, for me, doing this work in groups and doing it with a number of people can make it so effective. You've got 4 incredibly talented guys who drive in this, and there's 30 lads who've gone through 3 days of hard work, and every one of us has benefited hugely. So yeah, there's that. But the other part that's I guess a little bit more difficult to grasp is the experience I've had over the last few years, where because of the limitations that the training I've had has offered me, when I've had some struggles myself, the avenues I've taken have not been necessarily from the trainings that I've had. And it's actually more to do with understanding a bit more about myself, and that's really come from a number of different practices, but I think you could probably encapsulate it quite well with an understanding that there is a part to life that you can't really prove and you haven't got evidence for, and can give you a lot of power, can give you a lot of strength, but it can also, in the absence of it, can be really difficult. And for me, I guess the term for that would be spirituality. Now, that is a difficult term to talk about in medical circles, and it's not something that we get trained in any way, and I think it's something that is so important for people's well-being and mental health.
That's the bias.
Yeah, that's yeah, I'm doing my master's right now in sociology. Yeah, a little bit more like the social construction of technology.
We've got all this stuff out. We'll just say a karakia, we'll say a little prayer.
And I'll say grace for our food, bless the food. Nau mai ngā hunga, o te wao, o te ngākina, o te waitai, o te wai Māori. Ngā tāne, ngā rongo, ngā tangaro, ngā maru. Ko ranganui, e tu iho nei, ko papatona ku e tāpato nei. Hami e hui e, tā ki e.
Fill your bellies, boys, because it's got a big 2 days ahead of you.
Thank you, brother.
Kia ora, I'm Sean, and we've just finished beautiful creative arts blank canvas, where this beautiful magic happens amongst all the men that sit here today. and in these moments we're all facilitators as we all learn from each other, and it's truly incredible once you get outside those comfort zones and lose the inhibition and just be, and what comes from that is openness and breaks through everything that we've been conditioned, and opens up for more healing. It's just amazing, it's fun, it's just a truly remarkable experience. I'm very grateful to be here and a part of it, and just getting down to the balance of the masculine and feminine side, which is what we need in society is balance, and this creates it. So truly grateful, truly blessed, and now we get ready to move into the sharing circle in the sauna to finish the night off in a very powerful way. So us.
I have a question.
Yes.
What surprised you this weekend so far? Is there anything that sticks out?
Okay, there definitely has been a lot, but one that springs to mind. Just as we were right. Just as we were just getting ready just to kind of tidy up or wrap up the creative space as we were moving on to the Bushido speeches, Craig, who's a very close friend of mine, he shot out and said, "Oh, not yet, Shane. I'm gonna sing a song." And for that man to step up in that moment to sing a song and share with us was super powerful, and really made me sit back in my seat and go, "Well, this is the realest of the realest." This man has never done something like this to express feelings of someone very dearly and close to him who's passed away, to show true love and trust himself out into the unknown of something that he never would have dreamed of doing before, was just so encouraging, compassionate, inspiring. It was just, it had everything in it, and it was such a beautiful moment. So beautiful that this moment led on to fellow men to break through of their chains, to go, fuck it, this is my turn to, I'm gonna go for it, and get rid of all that anxiety and that nervousness and push through all of that and come into their own space and own that, and open up and play their song or speak from their heart, which then in turn encouraged more men to open up. And it was just a truly remarkable, amazing experience to be amongst, and for that moment I'm also extremely grateful for, and extremely happy. And these are the moments where we are here doing what we're doing, for men to break through those barriers, to express themselves, and in the meaning of expressing themselves, to inspire, and that just happens naturally through their actions. That was a remarkable moment, and there is many. So Way of the Warrior, my friends, it's powerful. The fighting is a small part of the Way of the Warrior. There's so much more in depth behind that, the creativity, the expression, the love, the music. It's all encompassed for being the Way of the Warrior, the full package. And it's just, yeah, it's amazing. Thank you.
Do you want me to turn it off, really?
Nah.
Fuck. Shit, why did I not just shut my mouth? See, jokes again, trying to disguise it. I might just get, if you can help me, like, hey, I'll get the verse out, and if you help me the chorus, you'll let me know. I kind of locked this song away for a while, so I can't fucking remember the words in. But emotion aside, let's fucking rock this place, man.
Yes.
Seriously though, Carl, done that. I need some other. I need to I fucking need it, mate.
nothing's going to stop us now. Go back to the 80s. Let's do it. Ready? We'll get a shit as that. What do you need? The understanding of community, but also the understanding that there's something greater out there. I mean, everyone has experienced being out in the outdoors and nature, and the side to that is it's kind of taken as read. But when you actually think, well, what's actually that about? You actually realise that and drill into it. And like this weekend has done, there's stuff out there that you can't maybe explain and you can't really grasp, but it's very real, and it's where the power lies. It's where the strength of your will comes from, and I think it's where people can go within, whether that's with a guide or various different modes of I guess you call them alternative treatments. But when you've actually gone through and experienced it, you don't really need the evidence. You kind of understand it intuitively, and I think everybody this weekend saw that. So yeah, it's a funny one. Working in the Western model, and then experiencing a weekend like this, and having gone through a few other experiences like that myself. It's I guess there's a term that I've heard being used by a number of people who've worked in the medical field, but have also realised there are different other modalities, that it doesn't have to be a choice between one or other, an either or, it can be an and I think my task and my intention is to see if I can straddle both sides of that. So looking at Western medicine, considering this communal aspect, the spiritual side of it, and walking that boundary and having a foot in both sides and trying to create something that can bring those two sides together. And so yeah, we'll see. But no, it's been an incredible weekend, and I'm grateful, very grateful.
The song's called Dublin in the Rare Old Times. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, my name, it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress, my trade's a memory. And I courted Peggy Dignan, as pretty as you'd please, a Rogan child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal. When he took her off to Birmingham, she took away my soul. Ring a Rosie, as the light declined, I remember Dublin city in the rare old times. Oh, the years have made me bitter, the cardle dims me brain, 'cause Dublin keeps on changing and nothing seems the same. The pillar and the med have gone, the royal long since pulled down, and the grey and yielding calm.
Things are changing, you know, but it's not changing fast enough. The stats are still getting worse, you know, and given the current worldwide situation, you know, we need all the support out there. All the support networks need to be firing. People need to connect, people need to start talking. It just needs to be that communication, you know. People need to open up, people need to share. Just the shame and all that stigma that comes with wearing your feelings on your sleeve, you know. It needs to, we need to get over that, you know. It's too many people are dying for silly things, you know, and at the end of the day they wouldn't have wanted to. All they needed was someone to open up to. But it's even not just that, you know. It's hard to express, you know, but it's just a real shame that the society that we're in these days it's all about just bottling it up. We've got so many things in our faces all around us that are compounding the problem, you know, not helping the problem. What these guys are up to here with this is it's just such a small thing, you know, and it's all driven off their own back and their own desires. You know, why aren't big organisations driving this? Why, you know, it needs to be made more mainstream, needs to be adopted, and really needs to be encouraged, because this is healing stuff. This is helping. Just the day and a half so far has helped me a lot. You know, it's answered a lot of questions. It's removed some blockages for me, and I can really see some pathways forward, that I can be a better husband now, and I can be a better dad, and I can be a better person at work as well.